First, I wanted to say thanks to everyone who liked and watched the Perfect 10 review. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this one as well. The BC Rich Pro X Shadow. I hate to say it, but this may be the favorite guitar of my collection, at least on an aesthetic level. I first laid eyes on one of these back in 2015 when Jake Pitts and Jinx were still playing BC Rich and Black Veil Brides. I was really into Set the World on Fire at the time, and I was watching their playthrough where Jinx played this exact model. At the time, the B was already my favorite shape, but seeing it in this sleek matte black finish with gold binding sold me instantly. I had to have one. Little did I know it would be over 5 years until I got one, 2021 to be exact. I found the listing on Reverb for a very overpriced $1,300, but these guitars rarely ever go up for sale, and this one had a hard case, so I bought it. Let's talk about the kind of person who would purchase this guitar. Much like the Schecter Stealth in episode 2, this guitar appeals to the metalcore crowd. Though as a guitar it has a bit more flex and versatility between genres than a bass would. This guitar could just as easily fit into a hair metal band as it could a metalcore band, and I think that's what made it perfect for Black Veil Brides, who were sort of bridging the gap between the two genres at the time. It's important to note that not all Pro X Series BC Riches are made in this finish. This is the Shadow finish, which seems to have much more rarity than a typical Pro X, though you can still find the Mockingbirds with surprising frequency. This guitar had so much value for what you paid when it released. 2 EMG pickups, neck-through construction, Grover Imperial tuners, a Tone Pros bridge, and a graphite nut, all for around $700 if I remember correctly. That is so surreal to me. For a guitar of similar specs made in Korea in 2025, you'd be lucky if you didn't have to spend $1,300 for a freshly produced guitar, and that's assuming it's one of those boring S shapes with an ugly finish. And no way is it going to be neck through. I will say this guitar is very light in its construction. I tend to like heavier instruments, but this one is pretty shoulder sparing. I've never played it on stage proper, but I suspect it would be a breeze. See, not only is this guitar a beauty, it's a player too. I have never had an easier time playing a guitar with the exception of my Almighty build, but there is no guitar I'd rather reach for to jam out and get inspired. The neck feels thin but substantial. The EMGs are hot and eager for distortion. And the diamond inlays remind you that you're playing a serious machine that deserves the best riffs your mind can concoct. While I was restringing this thing, I stabbed my finger on a string hard enough to draw blood, and that's when it hit me. This is not just a guitar. This is a blood-hungry demon that trades bloods for riffs. Every time I have restrung this particular guitar, I end up stabbing myself on a string or running the end of one under my fingernail. But then the riffs that fall out of this guitar afterwards inspire me to no end. Practically every song on In the Absence of Light was conceptualized on this guitar before being recorded on the Almighty, if that gives you any idea of what I mean. To the point of what I'm saying, this guitar is inspirational. If you're a metal player of any kind and you see one of these at a music store, play it. You will see what I mean, I promise. Not only is it comfortable, it's borderline luxurious. It's brolic enough to survive the stage, and it's precise enough to be a genuine shredder. My only recommendation is that you trade the regular frets for stainless steel, but that's not required to see promising results. In conclusion, the Pro X Shadow lineup is an excellent option for those who want a quality guitar that stands out from the modern day musician crowd. The aesthetic can go from your hair metal cover band to your black metal side project and no one will be none the wiser. I don't recommend this for church gigs though. Thanks for watching Existential Rig Review. If you have a piece of gear you would like reviewed, message me on the Black Rosary email or send me a message on the Black Rosary Facebook page. Thank you for watching and enjoy the sound demo.